Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Sasuser MC3075. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, what exactly is vodka? If you've ever sipped a cocktail at a party, spotted rows of clear bottles behind a bar, or wondered why this drink seems to go with almost anything, you've probably encountered vodka. This crystal-clear spirit might look simple, but there's more to it than meets the eye. So what exactly is vodka, and what makes it so unique compared to other drinks? Stick around as we break it all down, right here, on History of Simple Things. Vodka's origins are a bit of a tug-of-war between Eastern European countries, particularly Russia and Poland. Both have long histories of distilling spirits that resemble what we now call vodka. The word vodka itself comes from the Slavic word voda, meaning water, a fitting name for something that looks so deceptively simple. Early forms of vodka date back to around the 8th or 9th century, but it wasn't originally consumed for pleasure. Instead, it was often used for medicinal purposes. Think antiseptic or herbal infusions rather than party shots. Over time, distillation techniques improved, and vodka became more refined and drinkable. By the 14th and 15th centuries, vodka had become deeply embedded in Russian and Polish culture. Fast forward to the 20th century, and vodka exploded globally, especially after World War II, thanks in part to clever marketing and its versatility in cocktails. At its core, vodka is a distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented ingredients. These ingredients can include grains like wheat, rye, or corn, but also potatoes, sugar beets, or even grapes. The key idea is simple. Anything that contains sugars or starches can be fermented into alcohol. What sets vodka apart from other spirits is its intended neutrality. Unlike whiskey, which embraces bold flavors from aging in wooden barrels, or rum, which carries the sweetness of sugarcane, vodka is designed to be as clean and neutral as possible. Legally, in many countries, vodka is defined as a spirit distilled to a high level of purity, often around 95% alcohol by volume during production, and then diluted with water to a drinkable strength, usually around 40% alcohol by volume. So while it may seem like just alcohol and water, achieving that level of clarity and smoothness actually requires a lot of precision. The process starts with fermentation. Let's say you're using wheat. First, the starches in the grain are broken down into sugars, often using enzymes. Yeast is then added, which feeds on these sugars and produces alcohol and carbon dioxide. After fermentation, you're left with a low-alcohol liquid, kind of like a rough beer. This is where distillation comes in. During distillation, the liquid is heated so that alcohol, having a lower boiling point than water, evaporates first. The vapor is then collected and condensed back into liquid form. This process concentrates the alcohol and removes many impurities. Vodka is typically distilled multiple times. Each round makes it purer and cleaner. Some producers distill 3 times, others go much higher. It's often used as a marketing point, though more isn't always better. After distillation, many vodkas go through filtration. This can involve charcoal, quartz, or even diamond dust in rare cases. The goal is to remove any remaining impurities and refine the taste even further. Finally, the spirit is diluted with water to reach the desired alcohol content, bottled and shipped out. Vodka's signature characteristic is its subtlety. Ideally, it shouldn't have a strong smell or taste, but neutral doesn't mean identical. Small differences in ingredients, water source, and filtration can create noticeable variations. A wheat-based vodka might feel softer and smoother, while a rye-based one can have a slight peppery edge. Potato vodka often has a fuller, creamier mouthfeel. Still, compared to other spirits, these differences are much more delicate. That's exactly why vodka works so well in cocktails. It blends rather than dominates. Vodka's rise to global popularity isn't just about taste, it's about flexibility. Because it doesn't overpower other ingredients, it can be mixed into almost anything, from classics like the screwdriver and martini to modern fruit-heavy drinks. Vodka acts like a blank canvas. It's also relatively easy to drink compared to stronger-tasting spirits. For many people, vodka is more approachable, especially when mixed. Another reason is consistency. Unlike aged spirits, which can vary depending on barrels and time, vodka aims for uniformity. What you buy today should taste very similar to what you buy next time. So what exactly is vodka? On the surface, it's one of the simplest spirits out there, just fermented ingredients distilled to high purity and diluted with water. But behind that simplicity is a surprisingly precise process where every step, from the choice of raw materials to the way it's filtered, shapes the final result. It's not about adding flavors, but carefully removing them, leaving behind something clean, smooth, and incredibly adaptable. From its early beginnings in Eastern Europe as a medicinal liquid to becoming a global staple in bars and homes, vodka has built its identity around subtlety. It doesn't compete for attention like other spirits. It blends in, enhances, and complements. And maybe that's the real reason it's everywhere today. In a world full of bold and complex drinks, vodka proves that sometimes simplicity is exactly what makes something timeless. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.